Sometimes the person you were waiting for never asked you to wait. You make a plan together. They get busy, so you move the date. Life gets in the way again, so you choose another one. And because there's always another Sunday, you do not notice what you are losing. Until enough Sundays become years. On a quiet coast, one man kept an old map inside his kitchen drawer. 8 circles were drawn across it. There was nothing impossible about the journey they marked. Still, it never began. Every few months, the man took out the map. Every few months, he put it back. Then, one Sunday before sunrise, he packed everything he needed. A message arrived. Minutes later, he began unpacking. Bread, water, camera. Then, with his hand still inside the bag, Davi stopped. You're watching Veen Whispers, where every story leaves you a little stronger, a little calmer, and a little wiser than before. Davi was 34. He lived in a small fishing town beside the sea. Most days, he repaired nets near the harbor. He had patient hands. When a net came back torn, he could sit for hours, tying one damaged section to the next. But at home, one old plan had remained untouched. It was folded inside a kitchen drawer, a coastal map. 8 pencil circles, 8 places he had never seen. The circles had been drawn by Davi's father. When Davi and his younger brother, Nilo, were children, their father repaired engines for fishing boats. On free Sundays, he sometimes took the boys to a small lighthouse near their town. That lighthouse was not on the map. It was simply where the 3 of them liked to sit. One afternoon, their father spread a coastal map across the hood of his old gray truck. His finger moved north, beyond their town. He circled 8 other lighthouses along the coast. One day, I want to see all of these. Davi leaned over the map. All 8? His father smiled. If we get enough Sundays. They never made the trip. Life stayed busy. Years passed. Davi and Nilo grew up. Their father became ill and later died. Months afterward, Davi was clearing out his father's old workshop. He opened a drawer beneath the workbench. Inside was the map. The folds were weak now, but the pencil circles were still clear. Davi took it home. That evening, Nilo came over. Davi opened the map between them. We should go. Nilo ran a finger over the circles. All 8? All 8. Nilo smiled. I'm in. They chose a Sunday. Rain came, so they moved the trip. The next time, Nilo had to work. Then Davi had an extra shift. Another date brought wind that was too strong for a safe ride, so they chose another Sunday. Then another. Neither brother ever said they had given up. That was what made waiting so easy. There was always another Sunday. By the following spring, Davi had a used camera and a bicycle in good condition. The first lighthouse was far enough away to take most of the morning. He planned the route. He checked his tires. Into the black bag behind his seat, he packed a small tire repair kit and a hand pump. Then he packed some bread, fruit, and 2 bottles of water. Sunday arrived, clear and cool. At 5:40 in the morning, Davi's phone vibrated. Nilo had worked late. Sorry, brother, I'm exhausted. Next Sunday? Davi read the message. He opened his bag. The bread went back into the refrigerator, then the fruit, then 1 bottle of water. He reached for the camera. His hand stopped. The kitchen was silent. Davi looked through the doorway. His dark green bicycle was ready. The tires were full. Outside, the trees were almost still. The morning was clear. Nothing was wrong with the bicycle. Nothing was wrong with the weather. Nothing was stopping Davi from riding. Only Nilo was missing. Davi stood there for several seconds. Then he took the bread out again. Then the fruit. He left the second bottle behind. At 6:03, 1 bicycle rolled through the gate. The town was still waking up. Davi rode through the almost empty streets. The silence felt strange. He had pictured this journey with Nilo beside him for so long that riding alone did not feel right. At the edge of town, Davi slowed down. His house was still close. Going back would be easy. But he kept riding, not toward the lighthouse. Not yet. He chose the next village. When he reached it, he chose the bridge. Then the hill beyond the bridge. The road became smaller that way. Village, bridge, hill. Then another turn. Near noon, Davi saw the sea between 2 fields. A white lighthouse stood beyond them. He stopped beside the road. It was smaller than he had imagined. A weathered metal fence surrounded the base. Nothing about it looked grand. Davi took one photograph. Then he sat beside the road and opened a small notebook. 8 lighthouse names were written inside. Beside each one was an empty box. He placed an X inside the first. One small mark. Davi closed the notebook. That evening, Nilo was outside Davi's house when he returned. He looked at the dust on Davi's bicycle. "You went?" "Yes, all the way?" Davi nodded. Nilo looked at the camera hanging from Davi's shoulder. "I thought we were doing it together." Davi was quiet for a moment. "So did I." He carried the bicycle through the gate. 2 weeks later, Davi opened the map again. The second lighthouse was farther north. He sent Nilo a message. "Sunday, 6. Coming?" The answer arrived that evening. "Working. Can't." Davi read it. His eyes moved toward the kitchen drawer. For a moment, nothing happened. Then he placed the map beside his bag. 1 lunch, 1 bottle, 1 camera. On Sunday morning, he left. Several hours into the ride, clouds moved across the coast. Then the rain came. A little later, Davi felt the rear wheel moving badly beneath him. He stopped, flat. There was no repair shop nearby. Davi turned the bicycle upside down beside the road. Cold rain ran down his sleeves. He opened the black rear bag and took out the repair kit and hand pump. He removed the rear wheel. The first repair did not hold. He tried again. His hands were cold. He wished his brother were there. Another pair of hands would have helped. Even the rain would have felt easier with someone beside him. Davi tried the repair again. This time, it held. He pumped up the tire, put the wheel back on, and continued. He reached the second lighthouse late. The daylight was already becoming soft. Davi opened the notebook. A second X. After that, the Sundays began to change. Before each trip, Davi still invited Nilo. Sometimes, Nilo could come. Often, he could not. The third lighthouse took 2 attempts because strong wind sent Davi home the first time. The fourth required a short train ride, followed by a long road north. Then came the 5th. Davi had already left town when he heard another bicycle behind him. He looked back. Nilo was riding hard to catch up. When Nilo reached him, he was breathing heavily. "You weren't going to wait?" Davi smiled. "You found me." Nilo shook his head. They continued together. The road felt different with 2 people. They talked more. They stopped too long for lunch. On one hill, Nilo got off his muted blue bicycle and started pushing it. Davi laughed. Nilo pointed at him. "Keep laughing. I'll remember this." By late afternoon, the brothers were sitting near the 5th lighthouse with bread between them. Nilo looked across the water. "This is better with 2 people." Davi looked at his brother. "It is." The wind moved through the grass. Neither man said anything else. The 6th lighthouse stood above a small working harbor. Davi arrived early enough to watch the fishing boats move toward open water. Several weeks later came the 7th. It was a cool, quiet morning. Davi took his photograph and went home. That evening, he opened the notebook. 7 X marks. 1 blank box. A few days later, Nilo sat with him at the kitchen table. He studied the remaining route. It was the longest. "I can get Sunday off," he said. Davi nodded. 6? 6. On Saturday evening, Davi prepared 2 lunches. He filled 2 bottles. The old map remained open on the table. Then his phone rang. Nilo. His young daughter had developed a fever. "I have to stay with her." "Of course. I'm sorry." Davi looked toward the gate. 2 bicycles stood outside. "We'll go next Sunday," Nilo said. The kitchen became quiet. Davi looked at the map. For a moment, he began thinking about another date. Then his eyes moved toward the refrigerator. 2 lunches. The same kitchen. The same words. Next Sunday. He looked outside again. 1 bicycle belonged to him. Davi picked up the phone. "Stay with her." "I will." "I'll send you a picture." Nilo paused. "You're going?" "Yes." Before sunrise, Davi opened the gate. 1 bicycle left. The road followed the coast north. After the first village, it began to climb. Davi rode steadily. He stopped once for water. Later, 1 long hill forced him to get off and push. At the top, he rested. Then he continued. Late in the afternoon, the road began to rise once more. Davi reached the top. The sea opened below him. On a distant point of land stood the 8th lighthouse. Davi rested both hands on the handlebars. For a while, he did not move. Then he began the final part of the ride. Near the lighthouse, he stopped beside the road. He took out his notebook. 7 boxes held an X. 1 did not. His phone vibrated. "Nilo, did you make it?" Davi read the message. He placed the phone beside him. Then he took out his pen. He marked the final box. 8 X marks. Only then did Davi lift his camera. 1 photograph. He sent it to his brother. A reply arrived a moment later. "I wish I was there." Davi looked at the empty stretch of road beside him. He wished that too. He folded the old map along its worn lines. Then he placed it carefully inside the black bag behind his seat. For years, Davi had waited for 2 bicycles to leave together. All that time, the road had been open to one. Maybe you have your own second bicycle. Someone you keep waiting for before you study, exercise, travel, create, apply, or begin something important. Ask yourself one question. Do I actually need them there? If what you want to do truly requires another person, accept that. But if it does not, their absence does not have to become your delay. Invite them. Enjoy the company when it comes. And when it does not, begin anyway. Your first step does not need 2 people. It only needs you. If this story stayed with you, you can subscribe to Vin Whispers for another quiet story. And if you know someone who has been waiting for the right company, share this one with them.